Well, it's evening and I'm getting ready to do my turkey in a brine for dinner tomorrow. And I thought I'd show you what I did. I had opened up this turkey. This is a 13.5 pound turkey. And I washed him out or her out really well. A turkey this size is usually a hen, not a tom. For myself, I've always found that the hens are more flavorful and also more tender. So I got my giblets here also, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in the cavity. I've rinsed everything off, and I'm going to put it in a brine. So I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to talk to you about the brine and how I do that. Hi. Well, I have cooked my brine, and what I mean by cooking is I warmed up 2 quarts of water and brought it to a boil. And to that, I added 1 3/4 cups of kosher salt, coarse kosher salt, and 1 1/4 cup of white sugar. And I put that in there and got it dissolved very well. And then I put ice in this. So then my next step, what I need to do to get ready for my turkey, is I need to put this is actually a tea infuser. It's a large one. And I'm going to show you, the top screws off. I use this a lot for stocks and stuff, and I have all of my seasonings in here. I have 10 black peppercorns, 3 bay leaves, and 2 teaspoons of thyme. Oh, and also 3 cloves of garlic that I smashed.
I can smell the garlic, Miss
Can you? I love the smell of garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right in here. And then also I'm putting in Yoshida's Gourmet sauce. I use this a lot. And it's a sweet and savory sauce. And I'm going to add that, and I'm putting in 2 tablespoons. So 1, 2. That's how I count out my tablespoons. Just a slow
1001, 1002.
Right. And I'm going to stir this up. And when you brine a turkey, you brine it overnight usually. You can put it in your refrigerator, or you can put it in a cooler. And we always put it in a cooler. If this was winter time, we would put our cooler out in our garage, but it is not winter time. It's in September, and it's a little too warm out here to be putting our cooler in the garage and expect it to stay really cold overnight. So we have brought it in, and we have it set on our tile floor in our kitchen, and of course we'll have be putting ice all around it to keep it cold overnight. So I'm gonna have Richard turn off the camera for a moment, and we're going to move over to the cooler. Hi, well, this is our cooler. This cooler is one that we only use for our turkey brine. And we always put a garbage bag on the outside, and this is a heavy-duty garbage bag. And then on the inside, I have a kitchen garbage bag. Both of them, of course, are clean, brand new.
And also,
and this is an extra tough one. But it's not scented. You know how you can sometimes buy them scented?
No.
And I don't do that.
Don't do that.
So anyway, I'm going to pour this brine that I just showed you in here, and then we're going to be putting a little bit more water in with it, and then we're going to be putting ice all around it for the night. Okay, I'll be right back with you. I'm going to fill this up with ice cold water, and then we'll put it back in, and I'll talk to you about the reason I do brining. I'll be right back. Hi, well, I went ahead and I filled this up again with cold water and ice, and I'm going to fill this up. So we have 2 gallons of ice water going in on top of this turkey right now, total. There we go. Let's see how she's doing. So I don't know if Richard can get in here to show you what it looks like.
There it is. Infuser and all. Ice.
And I'm actually going to move this infuser so it's on the inside of the cavity. Like right about there, actually.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to tie this up. And then we're going to pack ice around it. Actually, I'm going to turn her over so that I make sure the breast is down in the water really good, the brine.
The breast, you say?
Yeah. So now we got to tie this up really good. I want to make sure that she's all submerged in here good. We're going to have to add more water. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more water so that I make sure that she's submerged good. So I'll be right back. Hi, so now I have another ½ gallon. I'm going to put that in here, and this is very cold water. There, that's going to be great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this up just like that. And then we're going to be putting ice in the black bag. I'm going to try and get as much air out as I can. There we go. And then we've got this here. So let me get my hammer I have over here. This wood hammer I've had since we've been married. It comes in very handy for stuff like this and also smashing my garlic. And there we go. Now I'll get my scissors. I'm going to open this bag. Whoops. It's flipping out on me before I even want it to. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this ice right over it.
About 10 pounds, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, and I have another 10-pound bag that we probably will use a little later if we feel like we need it. Now the point of brining is to give your turkey more of a moist turkey meat and flavorful. There is a big difference between a regular turkey that you roast and a turkey that you brined. If you put the two side by side, everybody would probably go for the brine turkey. It just adds a really nice flavor. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you tomorrow when we get ready to put it in the oven. Bye. Well, good morning. It's time now to take our turkey out of the brine and rinse it off for us to roast in the oven today. So let's go ahead and open up our bag and we'll see how it is.
Lucy, you know it's a turkey, don't you? You know what it is.
And it is pretty cold. You see how that ice stayed so nice and cold all night? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the bag out that has my turkey in it. And I'm going to put it in this pan here. And try not to make a mess. This is actually the lid to my roaster, and I'm going to meet you over at the sink. Hi, well, we're over at the kitchen sink, and I'm opened up the bag for the turkey, and I'm going to pull her out. The nice thing about brining a turkey is also you don't have to clean all of it out that morning. That's not one of my favorite jobs to do early in the morning. So all I have to do is rinse her off. So make sure your water's cold. And I'm going to rinse the inside real good. Like I said, we washed her really good last night. Get the back side. And I cleaned out my sink really good just before we started this to disinfect it. So let's see now. Now we're just going to let it drain a little. There. And I'm going to move this over here. Put my roasting pan. This roasting pan is just so nice. It has a rack in it that you can pull out so you're able to lift your turkey right out of it when you're done roasting it. And the lid has a vent on it. So I roast my turkey with the lid on it and it keeps it very moist. So I'm going to go ahead and finish draining this. Turn it upside down too. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this right in here. And I'm going to let it just sit here for a little bit while I finish up my dressing or stuffing, whichever way you guys like to call it. Growing up, we always called it dressing. But now I call it dressing, stuffing, you know, it's whatever. So anyway, I'll be back with you in a little bit and I'll show you how to stuff the bird.